Loyalty is a responsibility of the entire organization. Everybody in the company should be looking to earn the loyalty of their customers, not just one department. So a good way to start with that is to help the company understand what the loyalty of customers are today. And if you get that understanding of loyalty today across the organization, then you can make it an elevated part of the conversation. Once people understand where you stand today and that earning more loyalty from your customers can give you a competitive advantage, then people start to look at it more closely. E-commerce fits fairly and squarely into that definition. Whenever someone uses an e-commerce program, they log into a site and identify themselves, and then you can attach that to each purchase transaction. It also offers a differentiated standalone value proposition with the e-commerce option and the home delivery or the click and collect. So it does qualify as a loyalty program. You can also deliver fantastic personalized information through the e-commerce offering to differentiate the value even more. So there's oftentimes a phenomenon in research called the say-do gap, where consumers will say one thing, but they'll do another. So I was very encouraged when I heard 79% of consumers stated they were loyal or very loyal to their primary grocery store. I thought that was great. I was also very encouraged when 58% of consumers said they would prefer to shop at one store if they could have all of their needs satisfied. So I thought those were two very promising data points from the research. Things got a little bit more interesting after that though, because only 19% of shoppers actually shopped at only one store, and only 7% of shoppers spent 90% or more of their budget at their primary grocery store. So clearly there is a gap between what shoppers are saying and what they are doing. The interesting fact from the research was that the question about would you like to shop at one retailer contained a qualifier. The qualifier was if you could have all of your needs satisfied. And that is both a warning to retailers and an opportunity, because clearly shoppers are not having all their needs satisfied by their primary store, but they would like to have them satisfied by their primary store. I think we are going through an evolution, but it's going to turn into a revolution. So I think in the short term, retailers are going to still continue to do a really good job in the core tenets, price, quality, service, and the core food market, food departments. I think that's going to be essential. The baby boomers still want all of those elements. As you start to move forward and the millennial generation starts to become a more important, bigger part of your customer base, what becomes important to them is going to become more important to retailers. So I think e-commerce is going to become essential to almost all retailers out there. Home delivery as well is going to become really important. Personalization is going to become important. Digital interactions are going to become important. A better in-store experience is going to become important. How you manage the space in the store is going to change and is going to need to evolve and be driven by the millennial generation. I think all of those factors together are going to cause a revolution in the marketplace, and it's going to be driven by the millennial generation having very different needs to the boomer generation.